really cute, but the only thing is that I just feel like this would be annoying over time, and I don't think the baby would really sleep in here that often. It's just really cute though, like it's really pretty to look at, but I'm looking for something that definitely has wheels that can go by my bed. There's these bed things that you can like connect to the bed, which would be a good idea, but I don't see one over here. I was just testing out this nursing chair. I also need a nursing chair, but I don't know which one yet. This one looks really comfy. On my way out, I saw this beautiful photograph of a woman like floating in water, right? So I'm like, I need that photo. And I'm gonna put it, I know exactly where I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it on my windowsill in my bedroom. And I put it there the day that I moved in, and I left it for a year and a half, okay? So a year and a half goes by. We're doing a deep clean in my house. Igor takes a picture and puts it in my walk-in closet. So like when I walk in, I like face it and see it every time I walk in, right? And I thought like, oh, I'm just gonna leave it there. Actually, like I like it being there. And so it was there for about 3 months. And then a couple of weeks ago, the week of the 17th of last month, when I went to my ultrasound appointment, I was staring at the photo for like a couple of days. Like every time I'd walk in and like change, I'd look at the photo. And I'm thinking like, why am I looking at this photo? And so I posted it on my Snapchat. Something said like, just post it, right? So I posted it on my Snapchat. I'm thinking like, why am I doing this? Whatever. So I posted it, and then a couple of days later, the 17th, which was the lunar day, which is like the year, you know, the year of the horse. We're going into New Year. I was super excited. That happened to be the day of my ultrasound, right? So we're on our way there. We park, and I look at Igor. I'm like, hey, I really want to do a maternity shoot with horses, and I think that that would be a great idea. Like, I was born in the year of the horse. His baby's born in the year of the horse. I was like, do you remember that guy we met a couple of months ago that said he owned horses? And he's like, yeah. Like, let me find his contact. So he's there looking on his phone, and we had to go into our ultrasound. So we just went in, right? So we walk in, and I'm like checking, you know, I'm checking in, whatever. And then the nurse starts walking us to the room where I'm going to do my ultrasound. And as I'm walking, I stop like mid hallway, and I notice these 3 beautiful photographs of these pregnant women floating in water. And I'm staring at the photos, and I'm like, and I say out loud, I'm like, oh my gosh, those are so beautiful. And the nurse is like, yeah, aren't they so great? Like, those are my favorite photos of hers. She goes, actually, the photographer that took those photos is here today. And I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean? And she's like, yeah, she's actually going to be doing your ultrasound, like your scan. And I'm like, wait, what? I was like so confused. And I'm thinking like, I'm obsessed with her photos. Like, her photos are unbelievable. And so I get into the room, and I'm getting prepped to start for the ultrasound. And the lady walks in, and it's my first time ever seeing her, meeting her, and we're talking. And then, you know, we're talking about the baby. We're talking about how I'm feeling and how I'm measuring. And she's telling me, she's like, when I get to a certain part of the baby, like, I'm going to tell you guys to look away because you guys are choosing not to know the gender until the day that the baby's born. And so I'm like, okay, cool. And we're talking about random things. And then I go, oh, by the way, I'm like, did you take those beautiful photos out there? And she's like, yeah, my passion is photography. I actually do nursing. I do this 2 days a week, and then the rest of my time goes to my passion. And I'm like, that's so crazy. I'm like, you do maternity shoots? She's like, yeah, I love doing them. I'm like, I actually did a maternity shoot yesterday with horses. I'm like, wait, I was just telling my husband that I want to do a maternity shoot with horses. And she goes, oh yeah, like, they're so beautiful. She goes, look at my Instagram. And so I go on her Instagram, and the last photos that she posted are of a maternity shoot with horses, or just horses in general, right? And so I'm like, wait a minute. I'm about to show you a photo. This photo has been in my room for a year and a half. It's the only photo in my room. And if you took this picture, that's going to be crazy. And the craziest part is I'm going to find it so fast because something told me to post this 2-3 days ago. So I go on my phone, and I have like 200,000 photos. I go on my phone, I go on my last post on my Snapchat. I show her the photo, and she goes, that's my photo. I took that. And I'm like, wait, I'm your freaking biggest fan. And she's like, yeah, that's so crazy. She goes, yeah, I took that. And we're both like, what? This is so crazy. And I show her the photo and she goes, that's my photo. I took that. And I'm like, wait, I'm your freaking biggest fan. And she's like, yeah, that's so crazy. She goes, yeah, I took that. And we're both like, what? This is so crazy. And so she's like telling me, she goes, I'd love to do your maternity shoot. Let's wait until you're a little bigger. Let's wait till like April. And so, anyways, so point of the story is I'm the biggest fan of her work. And I've had her picture in my room for a year and a half. She's going to be doing my maternity shoot. It was so aligned leading up to that moment. But this is the craziest part. The craziest part to me is that she's literally the only person on the planet right now who knows the gender of our baby. What? Cute as that. Oh my gosh. 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 Cute as that. I woke up this morning and realized that none of my bras fit me, like absolutely none of my bras. And most of my clothes are not fitting me. They're not covering my belly. I feel like I'm wearing the same thing every day because literally nothing fits me. And so I woke up feeling very self-conscious today, and I start realizing like, wow, my body has changed so much over the past 10 years of my life. Obviously having children, and then after having children and after thinking that I was done having children, you know, being so confident in my body finally after so many years of breastfeeding and so many years of carrying life, so confident and so in my body that I got an explant and went from a D cup to a B cup, and you know, finally felt like I was in my body, back to my natural self. And then not even a year and a half later, I'm back to a D cup. and I'm already 25, at like around 25 pounds heavier than I was when I originally, got pregnant. And just seeing all these changes happen so fast that I today feel so down. I'm like my body has changed so much so fast, and I know a lot of you guys have experienced the same, and I just wanted to say that like you're not in it alone. So yeah, it's not easy creating life and watching yourself change so drastically. Like I look at myself in the mirror before I go to sleep and I'm like, wow, like I don't recognize myself. Like I'm literally changing like day after day. And obviously it's beautiful because there's life growing inside of me, but it's still difficult to see yourself where you're almost like having to relearn a new version of yourself, and then also mourn the version of yourself that is no longer there, right? Because that version is like essentially it's gone, and now you have a new version, and it's like evolving and evolving and evolving. And even after I give birth to this baby, I'm still not going to be the version of Catherine after 3 kids. I'm going to be another version of myself after 4. And yeah, it's a constant growth and it's a constant rebirth. So yeah, if any of you guys needed to hear that today, I hope it gets to the right person or the right people, because you're definitely not going through it alone. And I know that I tend to feel confident when I'm pregnant, because I do feel beautiful inside. Like I do have that inside of me, but there are days where I don't feel that at all. And today's one of those days. So I just wanted to share that. Yeah. I wasn't kidding when I said that I was wearing a bra that was